Yes, friends, very good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 24th episode of our Rama Sharma's International YouTube for pharmaceutical marketing and training. Today, our subject is golden rules in international business in international pharmaceutical market. See, pharmaceutical market is one of the very key area where we as an Indian can export tremendously. So now in the coming videos and we will discuss about export, about country-wise situation, the product mixes and the therapies where we have immense scope, and also the countries where we should focus. And also we'll discuss what pharmacist and my medical rep can do in international business. We'll devote to that. So before we go to that, today's subject, very concisely we will take about some golden rules, because working in international market needs few principles, needs few tricks, needs few knowledge and skills which may not be required when you are within India, like in your family. When you eat your own house, you can sit on the floor, take your food and munch it, just even wearing Bermuda and banyan, and you eat and you enjoy. But when you go to somebody's house, would you eat like that? Impossible. There they will give you maybe knife, fork, or sit on dining table and eat with a different way. You can't say, no, I will, my dear host, I will sit on the ground and I want to eat like that. In India, I eat sitting on the ground and I am not trained to sit on the chair and table. Can you say? Same is true in business module. So we'll discuss those principles. Before that, I think a small data which would like to share with you. The global pharmaceutical industry, the whole world pharmaceutical industry is approximately $1,550 billion. Global industry. And our Indian pharmaceutical industry size is around $60 billion as on 2024 or 23, 24 now. So that means our market share of Indian pharmaceutical industry is how much? 60 billion means almost 4%, around 4%. Understand, a country of 1.5 billion people with so vast factories and plant and big industry. We are one of the biggest exporter also, tonnage wise, and producer of pharmaceutical products worldwide. Tonnage wise, volume wise, we are among top 5 manufacturer of pharmaceutical products. But dear gentlemen, money wise, value wise, we are still nothing. We are less than around 13th, 14th producer. The number one exporter in the world of pharmaceutical is Germany. And you know how much it export? Around $130 billion. They are exporting from Germany, a tiny country, small country. I think not equal to even Noida, one area. And that small country is exporting worldwide $130 billion products. Export only. And our export from India, as of now, money wise, is around 50% of this. So our export is around $28 billion, and our local market is around 32 or $30 billion. Look, domestic. So you see, there is enough opportunity. See this as an opportunity that India, by focusing on high-end therapies like monoclonal antibodies, immunologicals and biosimilars and biological products, which foreigners are very strong, Europeans in particular, very strong, and that is where they make money and they do research and invest it, is a big, almost a virgin field for Indians. Because still our therapies what we export are mostly anti-infectives, cardiovascular and some anti-diabetic and SAIDs and some gastrology only. But we have almost negligible presence in oncology, in neurology, in high-end, the immunotherapy that we'll discuss later on. But the purpose of today is that India, we as a country, has an immense scope for export, friends. So I request today, every business house in pharmaceutical, focus on export. Start export. And how to start, we will discuss. Because you can really, the economy of so many countries depends on pharmaceutical. Belgium. I was in Brussels some time back. And their export of Brussels, only one company, is almost $60 billion. One company. I think, Novo Nordisk. It is, I think, from Brussels. Belgium. One company. See, Switzerland. I worked in overseas indirectly through Wander in 1980, 79, 80. Now there is a small town, Bern, near Basel, across the river. In Bern, there are world's biggest companies doing business which you cannot believe. For example, there is a company, Novartis alone, around $25 billion. How much? Equal to India. Equal to India's export. We have around large number of EU and US FDA approved plant. We have large number. But all these companies in India, they are just equal to export by one company in Switzerland. That is where I worked. Novartis, $25 billion export. They are doing it worldwide. Roche, another company from Switzerland. $26 billion. So, Roche and Novartis alone are equal to almost India's pharmaceutical industry. Don't you think there are enormous opportunities for us to grow? So, the purpose of telling you these some figures was only one, that my dear pharmaceutical people in India, go for export and start export, and that is where you can contribute a lot to the healthcare system of the world. Even as of now, India is defined as a pharmacy of the world. We give very economical products, affordable products. That is why African continent is almost dependent on India for affordable products. Even in US now, they are appreciating. Before they were, thinking, oh, the quality is not good, this not good. But now, because of accreditations from US FDA and others, they have understood that Indians are good in quality and also in price. So, our export are increasing. So, there are few golden rules you must, know in international business. The first rule, gentlemen, write down, is zero mistakes. There is no room for mistake in export like in your country. Here, if you do a mistake, you can correct it easily. You request, you write a letter or go personally, correct it. But in export, if you make an error, be prepared to pay a huge price. There are so many documents, so many things you will deal. For example, you will deal with banks. You will open LC, letter of credit. There will be CAD, cash again delivery, or other ways of payment. Believe me, small comma in the LC will reject your LC. And to recorrect it, it will cost another $500. Time will go, LC will expire. Again, Forex will be arranged and it will delay your whole process. So, when you open the LC, custom, even a packing slip, sometimes some countries you write how many literature you are sending, 50 literature or brochure. If you send 100, I will send a little more. And if it is written 50 in the packing slip, and if custom will check 100, they will trap you. They will put you big fine. So you will, whether it is a bank, custom, logistic, your packaging slip, your promotional material, you will prepare promotional material, so it should be authentic with references and appreciated by the other end user. And then you will have also this your letters which you will send to them. In some countries, the recipient name should be written clearly on an envelope. If you write only party's name, say for example you write Mr. Jonathan Pharmaceutical, but who in Jonathan will receive, you have to write it. And that fellow will go with his ID, only then it will be delivered. If by mistake you write any other name, your whole process will be disturbed, friends. So remember, the first rule in international marketing, no room for error. Think, 10 times check what you are writing, what document you are sending. Myself, I have seen big loss for so many companies because of a mistake. In Cameroon, in Francophone, some Indian companies supplied ceftriaxone. And you are supposed to write in French on one side. They did not write, and by mistake they sent again quality product without French. They returned everything. In one instance, they forgot to attach, QC report with the consignment. When it reached at custom, they did not see this, and they, blocked the consignment, and again it was big problem. Whole money was lost by the company. Even in US, it is happening with some company. You read in paper, recall. Why? Because they make mistake either in the analysis report, or the product fails in that, or even if product doesn't fail, the documentation is very important in pharmaceutical. There is a saying in aviation that before a plane flies, the homework is done equivalent to the weight of the airplane, then plane flies. Similarly, in pharmaceutical, before a product is exported, lot of documents registered, a truckload, 1,000 kilo paperweight papers are generated. And when it goes, some said should be 3, 5 chamberized. You have to go to embassy, get it done. Any mistake, gentlemen, will create problem. So my first request to all the investors, to the pharmaceutical people, that don't make only 0 mistake. And 0 mistake, that is make no mistake. The second and quite important is, pharmaceutical business is through only papers. Nobody knows custom, logistic or shipping line or airline or others about you. So they see the paper. So business is only through papers. So every paper has to be correct, and never ever depend on verbal instructions, even to your partner, even to a distributor, even to your the one who is doing business. Don't depend on verbal. Verbal is only to trust and to make relations, But when it comes to business, it has to be documented correctly and properly. So the second principle, friends, as I say, so no verbal instructions. I told him we are sending 2 sets. The third set we did not chamberize. So what we do? You will land in trouble. No, because other party also will forget. And if you remember, it has no value. What you remember yourself has no value. What others know you, what others think about you is more important than you think you are smart. But what about other? Okay. So, and third and important, gentleman, is law. Follow law of the land wherever you go. The law and also the spirit behind the law, both. Don't try to play shortcut or manage, or what that Indians we call a jugaad technology. The jugaad doesn't help in pharmaceutical, believe me. It can help you in other sectors, but in pharmaceutical, jugaad technology will not help you. Follow the law. And not only in words, but also in spirit, why this law is made. Even when you visit a country, follow their law. Because you are guest there. You are in his home. It is not your home. That country is not your home. So you cannot impose your way of things, So follow the law and don't comment on that. Don't be, because you follow your own law in your country. And I'm sorry to say that even within my country, how many people really follow law of Indian land. So this is a golden rule to respect others' law. They will respect you more. And then next is respect their culture. Respect, their culture, traditions, way of life. Whenever you go in other countries, in the international market, go with them. They're saying, while in Rome, do others Rome and do. So the meaning is respect others' culture, what color. Now in some countries, if you wear a black shirt and black pant, it is a disgrace. They think, are you in a mourning? Are you mourning something? Even white dress, some places, can give you different meaning. So the color, the way you move among the people, the way they eat, what they eat, you have no right to comment, remember. So this golden rule is very important, that respect others' culture and way of, because you have gone to their country, not he has come to your country. And one more small thing which I want to tell you, and that is the solution to everything. Achieve excellence. Achieve excellence. Whatever you do in international market related activity, even drafting an email, writing a letter, typing it, sending it, try to achieve excellence. Autograph your work. Every work you put autograph. So autograph your work with excellence. So when other fellow will read your email, they go, oh, this part is, Some people are writing, I am waiting for your response. Reminder. They write reminder. Final reminder. I am waiting for a response from you. And the reply never comes. I know so many people like this. Why he should reply? Yes, he needs business. But remember, he is your customer again. So your way, how you draft an email is important. So, the grammatically, English wise, or in their language, in French language, if you write C and if you write like this, there is a total meaning. So even a dot over a word will make a difference. So you have to be very particular about your drafting letters. So whether it is email, business, communication, when you visit the country, leave a good mark about you, about your country, about your company. Because when you go outside India, you are just not representing yourself. You are representing your company and you represent your country. So they, they derive or they make image about India, how Indians. I remember once from Europe, Indian football team was Netherlands or somewhere. They did not allow Indian football team to play there. They packed them back from the airport because their shoes were dirty. What impression we carry, friends? So self-critique. This point is not to insult ourselves, but just to tell you that when you go outside India, be like, a shining star. Represent India like India is a country, full of talented people, high ethics, high moral. If there is a red light, why, and there is nobody, why you drive? I remember I was in this Minsk, Belarus once. Early morning from airport I was coming. And nobody, morning I think 3 or 4 o'clock, nobody on the road. But driver stopped. And when the red light became green, then he tried. So it really made me impressed that he is waiting for 2 minutes and road is empty. But he is following the law. Using seat belt. In Europe, if you don't use seat belt, even backside, there is a fine of €150 on you. So you have to follow these law and learn these following from our own country. So friends, the bottom line of today's presentation is to tell you there are enough opportunities for you in export, in international business. These are some golden rules and many more will come in that process. But fundamentally, just to say, don't make mistake. Whatever you do with excellence, respect others' culture, okay, follow the law of the land very well, and only your papers, communication is through papers, so you can document every time we have written this. These are some basic, carry yourself respectfully when you go. In pharmaceutical, remember, suit and tie is a global standard. It is not like IT. The job will go wearing Bermuda. Steve Jobs will go wearing T-shirt. Stay hungry, stay foolish. So go with the T-shirt, and he was a great visionary, great scientist. Yes, it is allowed in all other industries, but in pharmaceutical, casual dress is not allowed anywhere I have seen. More than 40 countries around I work, because we deal with doctors. Understand? Our customers are, wherever we go, are doctors, Ministry of Health people, doctors, pharmacists, hospitals, and there they have a dress code. No consultant in a good hospital you will find without a white apron. So follow a good dress code, go well, create a good impression about your company, about you, about India, and there is an immense opportunity, gentlemen. 1,500, 1,600 billion market for you to explore. So go for export, be an international man. So with this, thank you very much. Bye.